Willkommen zurück zu Head as Code. Ich sehe gerade, hier sind rote Farben, in der Decke das Blau. Spannend. Okay, wir sind dabei, diesen Satz zu gucken, aber das Ding ist im Weg. Okay, dankeschön. Okay, n equals a, so y equals l. Okay, wir haben l. Dann gehe ich 3 zurück. Liegt. Light. Vielleicht Light? Gucken. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Light? Okay. Wir haben Light. Light. TH wieder. Light. TH, E. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Light 3. Nee, 3 macht keinen Sinn. B. A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Light through. Light through. H. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ja, through. Und wahrscheinlich nochmal ein U. Truth. Light through. Nee. Through. Ah, nee. Okay. Light through a. Ich gebe mal N ist ein A. A. Light through a. C. Wenn das ein O war, dann müsste das hier ein P sein. Light through a P. E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 3. Prism. Light through a prison. What are you doing? I'm translating your VTOG over to the real word it's supposed to be. L-I-H-H-T-G-H-T. Oh! It's light! Give me a moment, I'll do it way faster. She closed her eyes. I didn't know how that would help. I'll let her do it if she wanted it, but I also continued. If G equal T, then this is the light through a prison. Got it. Ja, ich wusste das! Wow, that was fast. How did you do that? I'm psychic. No, but for real. I just thought it was weird that we had color-coded machines on the wall, so I sort of went with the most obvious. I didn't see it obvious to me. So, what did this mean? I had to make sense of it. And why was there an arrow pointing at the green machine? Was this where we had to start? Light through a prison. Rot, Orange, Gelb, Blau. Nee, Rot, Orange, Gelb, Grün. Rot, Orange, Gelb, Grün. Wo ist Cyan? Grün, Cyan, Blau, Lila? Also green? I flicked the switch on the green machine. A small hum came from it. Signal was active. Green is first, so are we meant to do a full rainbow or something? I don't know. What's next after green and the rainbow? You can go both ways, so it's not really clear. Let's try one of them. Ich würde Cyan nehmen, mal gucken. How many of them do we have to activate? What will this accomplish? Maybe they'll open the glass in the middle. But if you look at the picture of a rainbow, the green color is always in the middle. I wonder what that means. Do we have to go to the left or green, or to the right then? Activate the rest and then we'll see. Strangely, Jasmine was leaving it up to me, despite the fact she was full-fledged graphic artist. She should have known her way around this kind of stuff. Oh, I got it! She was just afraid of the machines. Now I wondered what else she was afraid of. Maybe ghosts. Could I use this to get back at her someday? Ich würde jetzt mit Cyan gehen. I flicked this machine switch to turn on. I watched the lights flickers a few times, as if it signaled they were in fact active before they stabilized to what they've been prior. The only difference was another humming noise adding to the rest. Okay, green, blue, no blue. Purple. Red. Orange. Yellow. Once the final machine switch was flicked, I tried doing it to more of them, but none of them changed. They're stuck. They're stuck. Look, something happening though. Yay! As I stood by, a part of the glass panel was retracting into the ground, just enough for us to enter the compartment. We now had access to the strange chair. There's a note on the back of this chair. It says, the code will be directly transferred to your head. What does this mean? It means that it's dangerous. Don't touch it. We have to figure out a different way to get the code.
Do you think that exists?
Of course. Smiley doesn't really expect us to sit here and electrocute ourselves, does he?
Jasmine walked back around the chair to join me outside of the compartment.
This decidedly was too dangerous.
I watched her move further away. I don't know.
She kicked the paddle off into the pool, making it dissolve. Great. Noble's dead, and it would haunt us. Hey, what if we need that one too?
Don't you get it? The acid is spreading in the ambient air. If you stay too long, we'll die. We don't have the luxury of looking around any longer than how long it took so far. It's do or die at this point.
But I'm not going to sit into a chair. I'd rather dissolve. At least it'll give us a fighting chance.
It's okay. I'll sit.
What? I refuse to agree to that.
You don't have to agree. I didn't expect you to. You're a really good guy, so obviously you jumped to my rescue if this happened. But you don't know what it's like right now for me.
She reached up to her hand, clutching it. As she spoke, her eyes were widening as if she was in great pain. At that moment, I realized that Jasmine had been suffering far more than I'd ever since I woke up here. But why? What was really happening to her?
I've been trying to do other things to keep my mind off it. I thought if I was a bit sillier sometimes, I could take my mind off it. Anything just not to focus on it. It's not enough though. You don't have any idea what it feels like in my head. Right now, it's like there's a bulldozer running over my brain. It's like my head is full. It's heavy. It's full and heavy. Way too full. Way too heavy. It hurts all the time in here. I don't know why. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. Do you understand, ass? I can't stand it.
She was growing hysterical, but I couldn't move. She was screaming and I was frozen in contemplation and shock.
And you know what? I have conflicting memories too. It's not enough that it's painful. I'm confused as hell. I remember you. I remember Marco. I remember my studies. Those are fine. But I also remember other things. I don't know about those. I remember having a sister, even if I don't have one. I remember my body being smaller for some reason. Like I'm still a teenager. I'm not a teen. I'm 24 years old.
Oh. Heißt das vielleicht, dass alle Charaktere... Also ich denke... Okay. Mein Gedanke ist gerade, dass alle Charaktere außer ich, in dem Fall vielleicht Cyborgs sind, oder ich auch, und alle halt den Gedanken haben von Greta, der originalen von Hannah. Der originalen Hannah, die entführt wurde. Und die wollen gucken, ob man den gleichen Kopf in verschiedene Personen reinfrachten kann. Deswegen, sie glaubt, sie ist halt Hannah, deswegen glaubt sie ist ein Teenager, aber es passt nicht. Und die Schwester passt auch, weil sie Greta hätte.
I feel off about so many things too. Sometimes I feel like I'm being watched. Oh God, my laptop! Someone's spying on me with these computers. These security screens. But if Smiley watched me? Smiley's watching me with his helmet or something. And worst of all, there's a handful of people I remember too. Like 7 or 8 of them. They died. Or something. I remember that. They fucking died! Who? Who were they? All my memories. They're all broken. Who are they? Who am I? Am I Jasmine? What if I'm not Jasmine? What if I'm just, I don't know, someone else? What if I'm just not me? Where is me? Who is me?
I grabbed her arm to stop her at this moment. I looked at her straight in the eyes. I saw them slowly turn in their sockets until they fixated on me, still crazed. I don't care who you are. Right now, you're Jasmine. There was no point to the nicknames at this moment. We both omitted them.
I don't know. Listen, people exist because their memories make them who they are. Memories and experiences. The sum of all of that is what makes them, them. I've seen people who have memories issues. They don't feel like themselves when they speak to you anymore. Ever had someone you'd know not remember your face? My great-grandfather eventually developed Alzheimer's to a degree where he couldn't recognize my parents. Even if he recognized me. We visited him when I was younger. He kept saying how, when I accompanied my parents, I'd come see him alone earlier. But that was impossible since I was accompanying my parents. He couldn't say what we spoke about. It was very terrible for him. He passed away, possibly while not even remembering his own children. It's a part of them that left them. I'm the same. That's why.
She yanked herself out of my grip and turned around, making a step towards the chair.
I have to sit in that chair. I went through it. Something like it. I'm sure. I already had my head messed with. I don't have a memory disease. Someone did this to me. This chair was put here for me.
Ultimately, there was nothing else I could do about it. When Jasmine made up her mind, she was serious. I could feel the energy come from her. She sat into the chair. The clasp around the chest part closed onto her ribs. When she put her hands down onto the armrest, the chair further bound her there. Her ankles were also tightly held by other automatic clasps. At this point, she couldn't move away from it. In fact, she could do nothing but turn her head. Jasmine looked at me. She was still struggling with the fear of what was to come. I could tell the glitter of that feeling deep in her pupils.
Push the helmet part down.
I hesitated, but under the instance of her glare, I obeyed. Slowly, I adjusted the helmet down to her head and waited. Nothing happened.
Is there a switch?
Yes. You want me to turn it on? It's like asking me to participate in.
I can do it, so you have to do it in my stead. And if you're apprehensive because you think you'll be the cause of anything bad happening to me.
She smiled.
You're just an extension of me right now. When you push that switch, it'll be me doing it. I don't intend to die and anything happening is not your fault. It's do or die. And if it just so happens that the Grim Reaper pays me a visit today, let's both tell him something he doesn't want to hear.
Like what?
Not today.
Oh, she's so quiet! I hesitated again, and then I pressed down the switch. After having secured herself into the seat, Jasmine suddenly let out a half-hearted scream.
Ah!
I watched while I grew increasingly worried as the second passed. Jasmine? She was moving. Her body was tensed up and her eyes were opened wide, almost bloodshot. She wasn't staring at anything in particular, only forward and blankly so. Are you okay, Jasmine? After about a minute, my shuddering body acted on its own. I leaped over. Grabbing the machine, I pulled onto it to try to take it apart. I was still being careful to not damage it in a way that would hurt Jasmine, though. What are you doing to Jasmine? Did you fucking... I was interrupted when Jasmine's hand shot out to grab it into mine. She held it tightly, preventing me from messing with the machine any more than I already had.
I'm okay. Just sit tight. Please.
I let go of the machine, powerless against Jasmine's words. The altercation had only taken a few seconds, but soon she was released from the seat.
That was really intense.
Oh, God. She tried lifting herself up from the seat, but only managed to trip forward, not too far from the edge of the pool. I immediately launched myself to her side. I helped her up to her knees, and she grunted some inaudible words that had been quite close to turning into a tragedy. Are you alright? Did it hurt?
Like I said, it wasn't my first time.
In my head, I knew this sounded far different than it really was. Focus, Simon! Stop thinking of suggestive things your friends had got messed with! She tried rising higher, only to slip and fall back down. I'd held her to stop her from rolling into the pool with my arms, and I was thankfully successful.
But it was very tiring.
She held her head with a hand. I helped her get back further away from the edge of the agitated waters. That way, if she fell again, it wouldn't be in the pool itself. Do you need some kind of rest?
No, I can go. I just need to focus a little.
Finally, she managed to rise up to her feet, though she kept a hand on the wall for support. I didn't know what the thing did to her. I didn't want to know, but I had to make sure she was fine. I wouldn't be able to handle losing her to this. So what did it do? Do you know?
Yes, I know. Before we go, I have something really important to tell you.
I could tell she was struck with her words. What did Jasper want to tell me exactly? It wasn't something meager. No. She had the expression of someone who's seen a ghost. I didn't believe in ghosts, so I was hoping she wouldn't tell me about one.
It's about...
I patiently waited, unwilling to urge her in that state.
It's about the courage to leave this place, of course.
All of a sudden, she smiled as if all of this had been one big farce. Whatever she wanted to tell me was gone from her immediate thoughts. Was she concealing information, or was she just making fun of me? I chose to believe the latter instead of the former. Yet, I still thought it must have something to do with the machine. I cursed my inability in questioning her. Oh, you got me.
I mean, the machine did transfer the code into my head, just like I said. I have the memories of that now, so we can leave the place.
She walked over to the door, slightly tripping over herself in the process. I tried helping her, but she held a hand up to stop me.
I'll be fine. We need to go before the acid exhausts us any further. Your skin's itchy, right?
Not really. Not really. She ignored my words and continued to stumble her way out. It was so clear that she was concealing something. I didn't know what to make of it. Could I trust her still? My childhood friend. It was somewhat heartbreaking if she chose to keep me out of the loop. Maybe she had a good reason, but what that was, I couldn't know for sure. If she wasn't telling me, she had a good reason not to surely. We have to talk later though, okay?
About what?
We were in the lobby when I brought it up. About this whole thing here. That we just did. That you did.
I didn't do anything. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I mean...
It's okay. Relax. Let's take the train.
I didn't know which side of the station we'd even go down. I was only following her. While she might have been concealing information from me, I didn't want to let her go alone. Typical of me. I never want to let her go. As we waited for the train, I wanted to break the silence, but I didn't know what to bring up. Maybe something familiar. Or just small talk? You know, ever since we woke up here, we haven't really talked about anything else other than this place, huh? She nodded slightly, but gave no verbal acknowledgement. It was like she wasn't there. So I thought maybe it would be nice if we did. Once again, Jasmine nodded at me in a dismissive fashion. I furrowed my brow as I grew annoyed with her lack of enthusiasm. What was happening in her head? For instance, what about your drawings? How are they lately? And once again, I was given a nod in reply. It wasn't even a reply that was proper to my current question, even considering the verbal acknowledgement accompanying it. This time, I grabbed her shoulders. Jasmine, I'm talking to you. Are you a zombie? She finally woke up from whatever daydream she'd been having. Perhaps it hadn't been a daydream, but a day nightmare.
Oh, what? Oh, right. What was it again?
Your drawings. They're still doing great, yes?
Yes, of course. My drawings are doing fine. I'm just thinking a lot. Sorry if it looks like I'm not ignoring you.
I highly doubted I was going to get a sensible conversation out of her for the time being, but I tried something else anyway. Okay then, here's an easier one. What's your favorite color?
My favorite color? You already know that.
Just answered. It's banter.
Okay, I don't know, maybe green?
No, wait. Blue. The words gave me pause. I knew she liked the color blue. She always used it in every picture she made somehow, no matter which shade it was. I knew this because my favorite color was green. I also knew it wasn't her favorite color at all. So indecisive. For a moment I thought you answered mine because you want to have things in common, but then you changed your mind. I thought it might make her blush a little, but there was no reaction to of that sort.
Oh, how strange.
I could tell she wasn't all there. All the non-committal answers were pushing me towards one conclusion. Whatever happened with the chair had been much more important than I thought. The atmosphere grew tense. The train was still not there. I needed to solve this issue before we went inside because I wanted to save my friend. Whatever demon inhabited her head had to be purged somehow. All I could do was speak to her. How about which topic? Took her to mind. Directly confronting her about the chair, or blatantly bringing it up and talking about the key. Did she know something I don't? Did I have the courage to mention the chair directly? Was it just a better idea to talk about the key for other reasons? The key might have been our way out of here. I had to remind her about it. Once we would be outside, I could take her to a hospital or something and try to get her head back on right. What about the key you found? Do you know what it's for? She'd been toying with it for a while already, which only helped bring it to mind too. I thought perhaps it might have occupied her mind the most.
Right, that key. Good thinking, ass.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
Oh, I remember now. We won't need to take the train. Gosh, I'm so stupid. We can use the key over here. Come with me.
What about returning to this leisure station? Oh, können wir da durch? Durch das Gatter oder wie? She didn't answer me, instead choosing to vanish into the darkness of the passage on the side of the station. Wait. Did she have the key to unlock that hard, heavy gate? Is it for the gate?
I think it is. He found it in the infirmary and gave it to me earlier. Let's see if I can lock it.
She grabbed the gate and pushed the key into the keyhole. I waited outside for the little hall for her to finish, content in being able to see something as it was too dark inside.
I think it's locking us. Come on in.
Warum soll ich da lang gehen wollen? Es ist dunkel. I entered, rather eager to see where this thing would lead us.
This gate is kind of stuck though. Like it doesn't open. I'm gonna need your big, strong arms to pull on it and dislodge it.
Yeah, I can do that. Ich traue nicht. I cursed my ineptitude at maintaining myself in the face of compliments like those. I grabbed the gate with both arms and yanked. It didn't budge. I tried again and grunted oddly under the force I applied to it. It's not moving even with my arms.
Try harder.
I will. I yanked onto the gate again, only to realize maybe it opened on the inside. Good thinking. I tried that too, pushing the gate up, but it was still stuck. Ah! That thing doesn't want to move! I fed my way to the lock, using my hands to feel it up. Was it even unlocked? Maybe Jasmine didn't realize that the gate was still closed. I think the gate's still locked, Jess.
Yeah, I know.
Suddenly, she flipped me over and pressed me against the gate. I was so close against her. I could feel her chest pressing against mine. What was going on? Keep calm, Simon. I'm just your friend pressed up against you. It's just your friend who maybe might want to be more than friends. I repeated these words in my head, trying to stop my heart from beating too fast. I held her breath against my skin. Oh, sie will mich so fast umbringen. Oh, she was close. It didn't help matters. Wait. Something felt kind of wrong with this, didn't it? Yet, I couldn't stop my head from growing more erratic as a result of the physical presence I felt against mine. She was so close. Her face was right in front of mine. I could barely tell thanks to the light from the other side, but it was there. There was a halo around her head due to the lighting from the outside. She was illuminated like an angel. Was she here to liberate me from hell? Liberate me from hell? And yet, for some reason, all I could think about right now was the stupid train. Specifically, the memory of Marco, Jasmine, and I taking the train to go back home was occupying my head. Forget about it, Simon. She's going to kiss you, you idiot. I cursed at myself to try and regain some sort of mental foothold. I could feel it coming, but was she really okay with that? Jess, this is all very sudden, but...
Shh. Some things are better left unsaid. She leaned forward a little more and I braced myself.
Yep. And then pain rose from my chest.
What? Sorry, Simon. You won't find me here. You won't find me anywhere. I am nowhere.
What? You're saying...
I'm saying you should forget about me.
My hands reached for my chest. Something warm was swirling over my fingers. I brought them up to my nose, trying to understand what it was. It was liquid and smelled like metal. Blood? Did she... Yes. She stabbed me. I could feel the knife embedded in my body.
Sorry. I didn't really want to get rid of you, but I want to get out. I want to leave this shitty place forever. And there's someone I have to take with me. See? That kind of thing is better left unsaid. You don't need to know when you're going to die.
Who is it? Who do you have to take with you? I used my left breath to ask her. I want to know. Jasmine unlocked the gate in silence as my body slid down to the ground against it. She kept it locked to lure me over in a dark area. A happy net, through and through. As the gate opened and she stepped over my fading body, she replied and her words broke my heart more than the knife plunked into it.
Not you.
It was a good thing the darkness itself came for me that day. Oh, Jasmine! Ending J, kiss, bad end. Wo ist dann good end? Oh. Wie finde ich da ein good end? Oder ist es einfach nur ein bad end, weil bad end halt. Kann auch sein. Mal gucken, was die Flowchart sagt. Flowchart? Oh. Es gibt noch einen zweiten Weg da. Okay. Also, das ist The Kiss, Bad End. Function ceased, stabbing. Da haben wir Novel Segments. Okay. Und da haben wir einen neuen Punkt, den ich aber erst freischalten kann. Kann ich da was auswählen? Weiß ich gar nicht mehr. Okay, ich gehe automatisch auf den Key drauf ein. Das ist spannend. Das ist spannend, dass ich direkt auf den Key gehe. Warum gehe ich nicht auf den Stuhl? Ich habe dann nicht die Wahl. Ich gehe automatisch auf den Stuhl ein. Oh. Wo ist nochmal das mit dem Schlüssel da? Habe ich da was ich ändern kann? Oh, das ist die Version. Oh! Okay, da kann ich mit Jasmine reden. Ich versuch's mal hier, okay? So, what's your plan?
My plan?
I get that we should care for the twins, but I feel like H doesn't really plan on coming back here. She put a lot of emphasis on the together part earlier. It was kind of forced.
Oh, you noticed that too? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should have split up. But, well, kinda late now. As for my plan, depends. If we can meet them again, then we'll be better off teaming back with them. If we can't, we just have to hope we can make our way out of here. And that, with or without the twins.
I knew what she was implying. It was not a happy thought. Yet, I understood her idea. While all of us wanted to leave this place, if it happened that we couldn't all leave, we should at least prioritize ourselves. If we want to go to get the police, we couldn't trust anybody to do it for us unless they worked in the force, and none of us here were policemen, except for Ray, possibly. And again, counting on Ray was like counting on sack potatoes. If it came down to it, we definitely should be focused on leaving as our first priority. Okay, das jetzt... Da habe ich jetzt gesagt 100%, nicht wahr? Aber gucken. 100%? Na, danke. Mal kurz ein bisschen Überblick kriegen hier. 100%? 81% nur. Spannend. Dass ich hier nur 81% habe. Habe ich irgendwas nicht angeklickt vielleicht? Oh, ich habe... Okay, ich glaube, ich weiß, dass ich nicht angeklickt habe. Yep. Ich habe das noch nicht angeklickt einmal gehabt. Yep. I approached a lifesaver from the side of the pool. I couldn't reach it. If only I had some kind of long instrument that could grab against the sides. Why did I want to bring it over? It was because it had some sort of plastic-covered pipe on the inside. I couldn't read what was written on it from this far away. Okay, das ist eine Sache, die ich habe. So. Yup. I flicked the switch, but nothing happened. This wasn't the next machine in order. I had to activate these machines then. At least that's what I assumed. These machines were like a rainbow. The colors were all out of whack, though. Probably the mix-up was a little...
It's not doing anything. Are you trying to brute force it or something?
No, it's just a mistake. I'll retry. I feel I should focus on what the colors meant, what light represent, and what I should switch on. Otherwise, Jasmine will get annoyed at me. Die Frage ist, kann ich das ändern? Und jetzt sage ich, gehe mit Gelb. Kann ich? Oh, das ist ja spannend. Ich kann auch rückwärts gehen. Okay. Okay, dann kommen wir Jasmines Gedankensprung. Und da kommt ihr Problem. Okay, und da geht auf den Schlüssel wieder ein. Alles klar. Ich habe wenigstens das geschafft. Ich glaube, jetzt bin ich 100% hier. 90, nur 90? Oh, spannend. 100. Hier ist das tote Ending von Meltdown. Hier haben wir 100. Und da werde ich halt getötet. Okay. Ich muss ein neues Topic ansprechen. Das heißt, ich muss irgendwas machen, dass das aufschließt. Genau wie hier. Da muss ich irgendwas entscheiden. Okay, gut. Das machen wir ein anderes Mal. Ich danke fürs Zugucken und beim nächsten Mal machen wir dann mit dem Pinken und weiter. Weil ich glaube, das ist dann das G-Ende so gesehen. Wow, wir haben eine Menge zu tun, sehe ich gerade. Jesus. Wir haben nämlich nicht viele Endings bisher, glaube ich, oder? Nicht wirklich. Ja, nur das G, ja, das ist schön. Oder auch nicht. Doch da. Guck mal, wir haben erstmal das hier, die Version. Und wir haben die Version. Warte, wir haben die und wir haben die. Perfekt. Okay. Tschüss.